Hi, it's Anne-Marie from Charmed Life Therapy here again. Please do consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you enjoy my content. And this one you might actually want to share too, because I'm going to describe in here about how you use a hypnotherapy audio that you get from me. So for some of you watching that, you will be a client of mine and I've directed you to watch this and get some further instructions. But for everybody else, if you look in the description box below, you will see a link to go and download a free hypnosis audio of your own called Limitless Life. And many of my clients use this after they've used their own personal recording because it just elevates the work that they've done with me. So I kind of offer it both ways. I offer it to my clients and I offer it to you, the broader public, in the hopes that it'll be of value to you. So this little video is just about A, go look in the description box and get that audio for yourself, and B, just me talking about how to use it. So on any audio you get from me, there's instructions about how to go into hypnosis in the first place. So for my clients, they'll have witnessed that in the session. But for you that are just watching here, there is a quick little eye technique we do at the beginning that is worth practicing before you download that audio. So it just involves looking up like so, and we'll take 3 deep breaths on any audio, and you keep your eyes up like this the whole time. And it's hard to talk and do it at the same time. But as you let that third breath go, you're going to keep your eyeballs up but close your eyelids down. So that looks like this. And you might be able to see that my eyelids are fluttering like so. And that is just how we start getting you into hypnotherapy. It's convincing your mind to go into an alpha brainwave state and move on over into hypnosis if you like. So that's that. But some people kind of get really caught up in how to do this hypnotherapy audio properly. And the thing is, just don't overthink it. You'll do it differently on a different day, because sometimes your mind will wander off and sometimes you'll be really into it. Don't be worried about, well, I seem to be still thinking, that means it mustn't be working. Your mind can't not think. You know, that's kind of a fallacy. Your mind can't not have thoughts. You'd be having a problem if your mind wasn't having thoughts. So don't worry too much. But what I do want you to focus on is just your level of comfort and prioritizing it. So make sure when you're doing an audio that you're committing to do it for 3 weeks every day, because that's the way it works. When you're rewiring your mind, you need at least 3 weeks to do that. So you to make a commitment to yourself to do it properly, to go somewhere quiet, even if that's sitting in your car, whatever it is, to do it every day, pulling up somewhere, whatever it is. The most important thing is to make sure your neck is supported. So when you go into hypnosis, obviously you get very floppy and relaxed. So make sure behind you you've got some neck support. And just follow the instructions and do it in kind of a mindful way. So, you know, really focus on relaxing, on letting go of all your muscles, not screwing up your brow or tensing your jaw. Just really focus on, I'm doing this to relax, and just go with it. And once we get you into it, we're going to walk you down a flight of steps in hypnosis. And really, as much as you can, just do go with that and do the visualization inside. Get a picture of those steps in your mind's eye and just listen and go with it. So what I tend to say is, and it can be a bit of, you know, people think it's at cross purposes because they think, you're telling me to do it mindfully in a way. But what I'm saying is to put a little bit of effort in at the beginning, if you like, in just concentrating your intention on that little bit. And that, when you do that, you're more likely to go into hypnosis deeper. I mean, and when I say that to you, it's more about that you'll feel, when you come out of it at the end, you will have more of a sense of having done it properly than if you don't focus at the beginning and you're just trying to shove it in to your day and, oh, I can't be bothered doing that thing, and do I have to? If you do it in this more mindful way and really focus on the instructions at the beginning and really relaxing and letting go and going with it, you will come out of it the other end feeling like you've done something very valuable and very useful, and you'll have had that lovely feeling of coming out of hypnosis having done a good job for yourself. So that's basically all the instructions really that I have for you, is to do it in a way that tells your mind that this is something important that you want to do, that it's good for you, that you're going to prioritize it. So many people are busy running around after everybody else and feel guilty about doing something that's for them. If you've paid to work with me, or even if you're doing this for free using the link below, this is your time. You're doing this for yourself. There's no guilt attached to it. It's important to fill up your own cup before you can fill anybody else's. So prioritizing yourself and your own needs is an absolute life necessity. So what I'm asking you to do with this recording is to put some effort in. Treat it like homework, like you're doing something that's good for you, that's going to advance you in this life. Not to say, the thing about hypnosis is you can do it in bed at night if you want to do. But the thing is, your subconscious mind is always open, it's always switched on, if you like, but you won't have that sense of, if you fall asleep doing it, you're not going to have that joy of coming out the other end of it and feeling, wow, that was amazing. You're not going to have that. And it is a bit easier to picture the steps and do the process at the beginning if you're either seated or slightly reclining. If you're laid out in bed, then it's technically harder to get the looking down sensation and going down the 10 steps. So you're probably not likely to go as deep into hypnosis. And when I say that, depth of trance does not really matter in a way, whether you're in it lightly or deeply. But again, it's just having that sense of value out of it, I would say. And it's like I've said before, when you're really into it and you really focus on that first little bit and you allow yourself to sink into the chair and you follow the instructions of going down the steps, you'll get funny little things happening, like your legs or your feet moving, because your mind's on board with this idea of going down steps. My legs always tend to move when I'm really doing it properly, and it kind of tickles you because you think, oh yeah, I'm getting on board with this, because your feet move, because your mind's telling you that you're moving, basically. So that's how I would suggest to my clients to do it. Please do not just treat it like, oh, I can't be bothered, oh, there's, I did that session, that should be it. I'll do this when I feel like it. Please do not do that, because when you have RTT, your recording afterwards is equally vital as the session itself. And if you're doing this on your own with the free recording, it works so much better if you do it every day for at least 21 days, longer if you can. So that is my instructions and my information to you, to be a little bit mindful about it at the beginning, to really prioritize it and prioritize your own needs in general in life. You do count, you're just as important and valid as everybody else. And to do it for those 3 weeks, treat it like something that you are valuing, that you're going to get value out of it, that's necessary to the next phase of your life. And if you do it in that way, you will really, really enjoy it. And tell people to bog off. Don't put a note on your door, whatever. Do not let people interfere with you doing this. It's important work. So that's my instructions. So yeah, please do like this video if you're watching it. Share with anybody that you think might benefit from a free hypnosis audio for themselves, particularly anybody that suffers from anxiety or depression. You could be doing them a big service by sharing this video with them, and there's nothing to lose when there's a free audio involved either. And please do consider subscribing, because I try and bring value here on this channel and get people thinking differently about their lives. So I hope that was useful to you, and I will see you later.